So y'all don't know what y'all talking about when it comes to certain things. You reading some survey and some statistic online. It's not an accurate reflection of what's happening in these cities. It's not true.
And if we're not careful, and to piggyback off that, what I want to say is that when you talked about Anton, like the robot dogs, right? That's just a beta test. And we need to be careful about what we wish for when we say the police is bad and we need them to be reformed because, we want them to be nicer and softer and good. What's going to happen is before you know it, you're going to see a robot cop walking down the street and they're not going to have any empathy. They're not going to have any they're not going to be human. And, that's what I believe. And so a lot of us are complaining about things that we really take advantage of. To me, a cop is like a thankless job, like a teacher to me. It's like, okay, there is a lot of danger involved with being a cop. And, my dad, a Black cop, is someone that, we don't talk about that. A lot of people want to focus on, okay, white people are cops, but plenty of people of color are cops. Plenty of people are, college graduates out here doing, long hours. When you need something, if something happens, that's who you're going to call, or the likelihood that you're going to expect to come help you versus maybe like your family or your friends.
Like Sonya Massey did.
House.
She expected the cop, like Sonya Massey. She expected the cops to come help.
See, and this is the problem. This is the problem. I agreed with you in your original assessment of how it was that she was handled and that the dude should be under the jail. But then when you don't
think that the police have had an issue with how they police brown and Black communities? Are you going to really say? And I'm not trying to argue. So it's never been a problem. There aren't the way
back in the 50s and the 60s.
The 50s and the 60s.
When it comes to 2010,
what happened to Tamir Rice in the park when he was just? What happened to Oscar Grant? What happened?
I believe that there's individual cops that are doing bad things.
How many police interactions are there? Sorry,
listen, y'all also. I can't believe y'all being finessed like this. Don't y'all realize?
No.
Think about this.
I don't think it's us that's being finessed. No. If you see nothing wrong, if you see absolutely nothing wrong, just hear me out. Hear me out, because after this, there's no debating it. Right? We're gonna always see these things differently. You're pro police. You don't think there's ever been an issue with policing. They've always had the trust of Black. I just asked you that, Anton.
I said in the 50s and the 60s specifically.
And that is a ridiculous thing to say, because you know good and well that is just simply untrue. But your beliefs work for you. Your beliefs work for you, but they're not facts, and that's just what it is, babe. But if you all believe. If you all believe,
we don't even have these conversations because it's not something that's promoted by the media until it's election season. And so the only reason that we're talking about this is because it's to keep us distracted from the things that's really meaningful. It's not that police reform is a problem. It's that they continue to promote this thing because they want y'all to have a conversation based off of race, and they know that they're going to finesse you into having
everything is based off of race in America, Anton. Everything is based off of race in America. Why are you acting like this is not the truth?
World,
it was based on racism. Are y'all for real? Oh my God! And we're the ones that's been.
You will find what you look for.
You know that you do know the history, right? You do know the history.
Notice how, listen.
You've been finessed to believe that this hasn't been a problem. It's okay. It's okay.
Jazz. 2023. What was the police issue? That was.
Ooh, Jesus! You know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Don't deflect. What was the 2023?
You got it.
You asked me a question. I answered it straight up. What was the 2023 and the 2022 police issue? When it comes to police,
what was it? What do you mean?
Who was the person that was hurt by the police officers in 2022 or 2023?
Several people. What do you mean? I don't know. That's too vague to ask.
Name one.
That's too vague to ask.
It's not too vague. Name one. Name any one of them. Name any person that you think was being policed wrong when it comes to the brown and Black communities, and that was unjustly negatively dealt with and hurt and killed by the police officers.
Okay, well, Sonya Massey, that just happened.
That was
24.
Right. That's 22 or 23 for a reason.
2022, 23. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
The fact is,
I'm not naming off the top of my head and be on punches like this.
You can't do it.
I don't. Just because I can't think of a name right now on the spot, I can go right now and Google a whole list of names of people that have been killed by excessive force by the police. Y'all sitting here trying to pick apart this just because I can't name.
You know,
deny the fact that there is a policing issue in this country. Y'all are trying to deny the fact that this country is based on racism, and everything about this country is built on race. That's what they built it off of. We are the superiors, you are the inferiors, you're my slave because of your skin color. You're gonna build these streets, you're gonna build these walls, you're gonna build these businesses for free. We're gonna breed you, we're gonna use you to birth our babies, clean our babies. We're not gonna pay you for anything that you contribute to this country. We're gonna terrorize your neighborhoods when you do try to progress. We're going to do everything in our power to keep you what it is. And y'all can cover your faces and hold your eyes all you want. This is just simply the facts. And I know that it's hard for you to receive that because you live in your bubble because you think you host police nights at your rooftop, that you think you got an in over there and you're safe. I just see it differently, baby. And I understand that we all can just see it differently. I know the chat hates me. I know everybody hates Jasmine because I don't always agree with Anton. But at the end of the fucking day, police brutality has and still is an issue in this country. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with calling it out. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we need help in police reform so they understand how to not view black and brown people as criminals first. Because that's their indoctrination across the board. You're already guilty before they even know what's going on, which is why they entered Sonya Massey's house the way they did, which is why Trayvon Martin is dead, which is why Sandra Bland is dead, which is why Tamir Rice is dead. Let's be fucking for real. Like you can say there are some good police officers, but they're not loud enough when it comes to shit like this. And if you are any type of human and you know that there are disparities when it comes to black people and policing, whether you white, black, yellow, or brown, it will piss you off to see the constant injustices that are inflicted upon the people, just as a human. Instead of seeing you're trying to debate, oh, they've never done anything wrong. When the police entire organization was formed to catch runaway slaves, to catch black people trying to run away to freedom. And you think that indoctrination has not been the same since? It has. Yeah. That's why it's still an issue. And I know Jasmine is so crazy. Jasmine is so loud. She's so masculine. She said, "No, I'm passionate about my people, and I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not biased just because I want to be white adjacent or aligned with whiteness because that makes me feel successful." But y'all got it.
Let me just say this one thing.
Keep the same energy when we kill each other. Don't always.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
because of it. Right? Because
no. But what about that?
That's fine. Right.
But Jazz,
we'll live forever with police on our side, right?
You gotta listen for a second, though. Back. What about the group of black police officers that beat another black man? What about that? Why are we making this a race issue?
Listen, if y'all listen to me clearly, I didn't never say
black police officers who use excessive force.
Molly, I got you. Listen, if you listen to me clearly, I never said white police officer, black police officer. I said police officer. Whether you're white or black, it's a problem for me.
Hold on one
second. For everybody. And to be honest with you, and it's no disrespect to anybody on the panel who has ever had a family member in policing, a salute to them. I'm sure they do a great job, but some of the worst cops are black cops. That's just what it is. If y'all think that these group of people, this organization of police in this country has earned your trust that much, where you want to host rooftop parties for them, you go right ahead. But I see what's happening. I see what's been happening, and I see it ain't been no change. And when you got people like
what the media is showing us as well,
and I also see what's right in front of me, seeing disparities within our communities. But y'all got it. We ain't gonna fight about it. Y'all right.
The thing that's not popular, and the thing that they don't show you in the media on a regular basis, is that disproportionately police officers get killed almost every single day by black
crazy.
People.
It's
not
crazy.
about white people.
Listen, you signed up to be a police officer, you might die.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Hey, what did she say?
Right? Just like a firefighter.
She said pretty much that's what you signed up
They
for.
don't want to go home
No,
with their
what I'm
families
saying
too. How insensitive
What
can
I'm
you
saying is
be?
this. Don't be ignorant. What I said was this. When you sign up to be a police officer or when you sign up to be a firefighter, when you sign up for that type of work, you know that there is a liable a chance that you may not be able to go home that night. You're in the line of fire, literally. You signed up to risk your life. That's the job.
So they should be honored, and the bad ones should be shunned and prosecuted
Okay, well,
accordingly.
shun them, Coach K.
Can I
Shun them
say
every
something real
time.
quick?
Every time a police officer does something crazy or prejudice or anything, and you feel like that is wrong, stand up for it. Stand up for it loudly, and get your other counterparts to do the same. That's what we
What
need
other
you to do.
counterparts? I thought this wasn't a race thing.
Well, guess what?
Something real quick?
Well, guess what? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it
Can I
is.
also?
Yes, Freddie, I'm
okay.
sorry. Your mic's
Can
not
I,
loud enough,
can
sir.
I also add something?
Oh, sorry. You can hear me now?
Like,
Has to be
whatever.
louder than Jasmine's to talk.
Can I say something really fast?
But y'all done been ill.
Do you guys think that it would have been a completely different outcome if the cops 1A were both black, or if one cop was black and one cop was white? Do you guys think the outcomes would have been completely different? It wouldn't
have
have.
been. I only asked that because
I only asked that because I have a friend who's also a cop, and this conversation has gotten me to want to have this chat with him, and one of my friends was like, well, he's black, so it's completely different. So I wanted to pose that to you guys.
Wait. Okay. We just gonna let y'all just gonna skip over the fact that she just basically validated a person dying because they put on a fucking uniform.
No.
That's not what I said, bro. That is not what I said. This shit around your narrative. That's weird as hell. Understand what I said. I didn't say anything.
No. You can't sit here and say it's weird as
I
hell.
gotta go.
Jazz, let.
So it's weird as hell for us to sit here and listen to you say what you just said about a police officer because they put on a uniform. You the weird one. You weird. You weird as hell, thinking that these people shouldn't have that they signed up for the possibility of dying. That's not what they signing up for.
I know what I said, and you know what I said. And if you want to spin this,
what did you say?
because it works for you and your audience, go right ahead.
What did you say?
No, you know what I said. You know what I said.
I know what you said.
No, but you know what I said, right? You know what I just said. That's why you just said what I said, right?
I'm giving you an opportunity to give
you know what I said, babe. No, I'm not repeating myself. You know what I said.
So you'll repeat yourself. No, you repeat. Listen, you willing to repeat yourself? You know you fucking wrong. You repeat yourself in every situation. Yes, you repeat yourself in every situation. You aggressive when it comes to illustrating your point that the thing that you're passionate about, which is fine. We have no problem with that whatsoever. And you know I don't like to live in an echo chamber, and so I'm cool with that. But now all of a sudden you want to stand down because you know what I said.
Here's what I said. When you sign up to become a police officer or a firefighter, you go in there knowing that there is a risk on your life. This type of job requires you to carry a gun, requires you to de-escalate robbers and criminals where your life is at risk. When you run up into a burning building as a firefighter, even though you didn't sign up to die that day, you might. Because this is dangerous work. Be clear on what I'm saying. This is dangerous work. I'm not saying, oh, they're just going to die every time. It's like, no, I'm not about to sit here and be like, they died. And if they're scared to die, then they need a different line of work. Because risking your life for this job, it comes with it. It's a part of the job description. You might be.
Cops aren't scared to die just because they might.
I'm not saying they're. Go ahead, because y'all.
Say something real quick.
No. Let her finish. Let her finish her statement. I'm quiet. I'm listening to you, and I want to fully understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if I go and sign up to be a cop today, right? I know for a fact that it may be a chance that I may not get to go home that night. I may end up dead in the line of duty. Just like when you go to war, right? You don't want to die. You don't think you're gonna die, right? But unless you were drafted, you signed up, right? In hopes that you fight for your country and live to tell about it. But we already know, right, that there's a chance you might not come home. So that's all I'm saying. Nobody is saying is that's why they do it to do it. Da, 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 da.
You
But
said
don't
that
make
as
it seem like they die every day. Yes, unfortunately,
So
in that line of work, that's what
so
happens.
I heard
Enter.
you. Cool.
Enter.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you go right after me. And I heard you. Cool. I appreciate you for giving me the extra clarification. And you said that directly as a response to when I say, because I was saying to you that police officers die disproportionately from Black people committing crimes, serving warrants or whatever, policing their own communities. And then you directly as a response said what you just said, and then you gave the additional context to it. Here's the problem. Huh?
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay. I was still talking.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I thought I heard something different. Go ahead.
No. So again, my point is that we have no compassion for people just because they put on a uniform at all. And we think it's only supposed to be one-sided. And so we would rather have conversations about and make it always about race, even when you have people policing your own community that's a part of the community, which is one of the things that Black people ask for. But we don't take no responsibility of holding the people accountable that's committing the crimes in our own community. We'll completely ignore the Black on Black crime, and then we'll have conversations about white on Black crime. We'll have conversations about whether or not somebody is policing your community effectively, but we don't even have conversations about whether or not that police officer is in the line of duty, and we have no compassion, zero compassion whatsoever, because even when it comes to troops, we have compassion for them and we say thank you for your service. Oh man, if it's one troop that died, that's war on American soil. But a police officer can get his life or his or her life taken away, because there's women that's dying out here too, and we have no compassion for it whatsoever, only because we want to align based off of race. And if that's how it happens, if you die, then that's just what you signed up for. And these people are supposed to give a fuck. They supposed to go into your war zones, places that you don't even want to be into, and fix your communities with no support whatsoever. And you think that these people are willing, and they should be willing every single day in order to serve you, when you don't give a fuck about them? That's not even human.
I don't think that's what Jazz was saying. I don't think Jazz ever mentioned
listen.
not
You can't tell me. You can't
though.
tell me the same way that I can't tell her how she's supposed to feel about a certain situation. You can't tell me how I'm supposed to feel about the people that we call as the first responders to the issues that we don't even want to deal with ourselves. We don't fucking go outside to go and investigate that shit ourselves. We call the police and say, hey man, I think it's somebody crawling around in my backyard. What the fuck is going on?
Wasn't Jazz this whole time just giving her opinion though? Like she wasn't even telling
and I'm giving my opinion
or us how to feel. So she was just saying like that, like very passionate about the situation, but she was never trying to force it on us.
Okay,
what does that have to do with anything?
I was listening to everybody, right?
But I could have heard it wrong.
I was listening to everybody, right? And I have a couple points in terms of, first off, respect to all first responders, that's police officers. Thank you for your service, right? What I want to say is two wrongs don't make a right. So yes, it's wrong that there are police officers that are murdering people, Black people. In this case, that lady was murdered, right? But at the same time, we can't say that the people that make the conscious decision to put their life on the line to protect us should also be defunded. So that's why I'm against defunding the police. Because in every sector where there's a higher risk of your life, of losing your life, is usually in the higher paid jobs. So taking away the funding for the people who are willing to put their life on the line for us is just ludicrous to me. What I would say
I think that they should take away the funding, bro. I'm with it. No. I'm 100% with it, because then they gonna be complaining about the crime in their area.
So what I would say is, right?
Take it away from them and give it to us. I'm cool. Give me more police in my area, and I'm gonna feel way safer. And I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and self-police, and also get social workers to respond to police calls, or what would usually be police calls, and so they can make sure that they go and talk the people down and find the criminals based off of their social work skills. Y'all go ahead.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, right? So
y'all deserve every single thing that y'all get in y'all communities. Everything you get, you deserve it. 100%.
What we should do is, and this is from being a criminologist, is look into profiling, right? Is look into the way that we educate our officers on how to deal with certain situations, because that money could be put into that. However, though, we also have to look in, I'm not sure if y'all know what community policing is building that relationship between the community and the police. A lot of police officers, y'all don't even have a relationship. There are police officers who have relationships with the people in their community, and they're more likely to help you in situations and protect you. If you build that relationship with your police officers, there would be no fear when dealing with police officers. And as Anton said before, a lot of times that fear comes from when a lot of people are either
they're not helping themselves. What, you don't think that these people don't know who the ones that's doing all of the dirt and the crime in the community is? You don't think? Wait. Fuck the relationships, man. Help yourselves. Fix your own fucking community. I'm sick of this, dog. Because y'all know who the people are that's selling the dope. You know who it is that's killing people. You know who the pedos are. You know who the dudes that's riding around dirty. You know who the motherfuckers is likely to kill somebody. But then y'all want to sit here and act like y'all don't know what the fuck is going on in y'all community. Man, fuck these communities. This is why I hate the hood. This is why I hate the culture. Because these is a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers that sit here and want to say shit about how it is that they need to be police, and they don't even pour into the resources that ultimately pay for the police in the first place. These motherfuckers don't pay one tax. We paying in order to keep the crime out of our communities, and these motherfuckers want to sit here and complain and whine about the ones that's actually putting their lives on the line on a regular basis. I think that we should be, yes, I'm with it 100%. You know what? I think that y'all deserve Kamala Harris. I think that y'all deserve Tiffany Henyard. You deserve Lori Lightfoot, Brandon Johnson, Eric Adams, Karen Bass, Andre Dickens. You deserve Shang Tao or Shang Tsung over there in Oakland. You deserve the diversity, equity, and inclusion mayor over in San Francisco. Y'all deserve every single bad thing that is coming your way, including no police officers. They got a total of 34 police officers that's patrolling the entire Oakland area on any given day. I think that they should remove all of the take it all out. Get these people so that they ain't got to put their lives on the line every day. Let them deal with what's in their own communities. Let them clean up their own communities. Fuck them. Let them have themselves. Let them eat each other. Let them destroy each other. And just build a wall around these motherfuckers and let them all try to figure it out together.
Shit, that would be nice for me. But what I'm saying is we can't just sit down and talk about issues and not actually put forward policies and stuff that will actually change it. Like, it's okay to see an issue.
You can't help people.
It's okay to see an issue.
No. Fuck that.
Let me speak.
You can create any policy that you want. No policy is going to work unless the people actually embrace it for themselves.
And that's what I'm saying. It takes